Hi, YouTube. Hi, Facebook. I'm going to grab our friends on Instagram. Welcome all into this sacred space. Welcome all to this day, final day of July. We have a full moon tomorrow. Are you feeling the energies of building? I definitely am. Definitely feeling the energies building up to this moon. Hi, itty bitty. Hi, Gabrielle. Hello. Just settling into this space, getting nice and comfy. Asking how you're feeling. How's this new moon building for you? Yes. You are my friend. You are not alone. Hi, Dream Detective. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, full moons can definitely illuminate where where there are things to pay attention to, and those things that we're being asked to pay attention to may cause us stress. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mhm. Okay. So, just a quick overview of these full moon creative rituals. If you've not attended one before, it's a little different than our new moon rituals. We're going to utilize some tarot to kind of guide us through the archetypal energy of this moon to help ourselves understand its themes a little bit better. And I will briefly mention the journal prompts that I released for this full moon in Aquarius. But we won't actually like sit here and do the journaling prompts, because if you've journaled before, you know you can journal really short. You can journal for hours. Like, it just depends on what's there. So we will mention the journal prompts, but we won't actually do them together. But you will definitely be inspired to tap into them after today. And the full moon is going to apex tomorrow anyways. So we can sit with this energy today, and then if you want to actually journal on the day of the full moon, you can you'll be in a good position to do that tomorrow. All right, so full moons, we've already talked about maybe some stresses being highlighted for you. um, Full moons, if you think about it in terms of the cycle, right, of the moon, and it being in complete shadow as a new moon, and then it begins to reveal itself slowly, right? A little more of the moon can be seen day by day by day until we get now to a full moon, when the sun and the moon are completely on opposite sides of each other instead of conjunct like in a new moon. So we've got the moon and the sun staring each other down. And what can often happen is the sun, our heart, our soul, right? Soul or sun, is shining a light on our moon, our shadows, our um, parts of ourselves that we don't always have a clear vision of throughout the lunar cycle, right? Because it's often halfway in shadow or in some aspect in shadow. But a full moon, there's no more hiding. It's all being revealed. The sun is shining brightly on the face of the moon. We can see everything. So your emotions, the moon might feel very big right now. Or because the moon's going to apex tomorrow, that energy could be building currently. So if you are feeling more emotional than usual, or more just heightened, everything heightened than usual, it's nothing to worry about. You're working with those energies. You're actually in alignment with the energies when that happens. It doesn't mean like You're always going to feel like you're going wackadoo around a full moon, but it's definitely adds to your awareness to know, oh, yes, there's a full moon coming. Of course, I'm feeling bigger emotionally. Um, and it's a great opportunity for us all as awakened creators to pay attention to what's coming up for us. Okay. What is coming up for you? So, Aquarius energy is ruled by the planet Uranus, and its energetic archetype, in my experience, is somewhat of a disruptor. It's a little electric, a little shocking, right? It wants to be itself, be unique, um, and doesn't really care if people like it or don't like it, right? If you've ever known an Aquarius, which I know some Aquariuses and some Aquarius moons, it's like a take me or leave me kind of energy. I am who I am. This is me type deal. So that's beautiful. That archetype is awesome for creatives to tap into because it's going to help you learn how to honor who you are as an individual. But it's also a sign that's a lot about community and humanity and the collective. And you might think, well, that's weird because if it's all about being unique and being different, how can it also be about community and social groups and things like that? But if you think about the dynamic between Leo and Aquarius energy, Leo is that I am who I am and I stand on my own and I shine bright like the sun. And this is me. And Aquarius says, oh, yes, Leo, you are beautiful. You are perfect. You are unique. You are the sun. But there are many, 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 many suns as well, right? You look up into the sky, you see our sun, which is a star, and it seems so big and like, wow, there could be nothing bigger, right? But alas, there are other stars you see, they just look smaller because they're farther away. And so Aquarius is asking us to remember that each of us is that bright, shining star. And together we create community, collectives, society. And so it's really not about um, standing on your own, but it's about standing in your own power, your own sovereignty, and allowing others to stand in their own power and their own sovereignty as well. So if you're at all dealing with comparison on your creative journey, tapping into Aquarius energy could really help you make more sense of what it means to be an individual as a part of a collective and um, break away from the idea that there could even be a possibility of comparing because we all are unique. um, Aquarius is asking for the entire collective of individuals to stand in their uniqueness but to do it together. Okay, so if you haven't caught on by now, you can see Awakened Creators is a very Aquarian type of community. We want to honor our individual uniqueness, but we also want to honor the individual uniqueness of all of those around us and create community and a collective based on common values, which would be the heart centered values, um, you know, allowing and loving the process rather than outcomes, standing for cooperation rather than competition, those kind of things. Um, Aquarius energy is also, I mentioned it being electric, and this is really important. I'm hearing like to recognize that what Aquarius energy is doing, and the symbol is those two wavy lines on top of each other, right? It's frequency. That's what that is. It looks like water, but I see it as waves of energy. And what Aquarius is trying to get you to do is to tune into uh, where your vibration matches the vibration of other things. Again, this is why you could know an Aquarius that's a very like I am who I am type energy. It's because they're tuned into what matches their frequency. And when things don't match their frequency, they know I don't belong there. Those aren't my people. This isn't my job, like this isn't the book I want to read. That's not the art I want to make, because they're tuned into that energetic um, vibration of their own uniqueness. Okay. If you don't know who you are and what your unique vibe is, it's going to be very difficult for you to find your people, to find your art medium, to find your style, to find where you belong in the world, because you don't even know who you are yet. Okay. So again, this is that dynamic, that Leo Aquarian dynamic that's being highlighted in this full moon is like, you got to know who you are as a soul, as an individual, Leo. Okay. And you got to know where that vibration, that unique vibration belongs in the society that you live in the collective. Okay. And you will feel uncomfortable as if you are somewhere you don't really belong. It will be uncomfortable to be around those people. It'll be uncomfortable to work on that story or painting if it's not matching your vibration. It will be uncomfortable to um, share your art in that town or that place where you're at, or even just to live there if you don't feel like it resonates with your unique vibration. So Aquarius is trying to give you info. It's going to be you a read, an energetic read on your belongingness and whether your unique vibration fits in to the environment that you're in. And again, this is just information. It's not judgment. It doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. If you're not vibing in a certain relationship anymore, or you're not vibing with a particular creative project anymore, or you're not vibing with having your art in a specific gallery anymore, like it's just information. No need to pass judgment. No need to say I've done something wrong, or this is wrong, or that is wrong. It's just information. But it's information that we want to pay attention to as awakened creators, because our goal is to ultimately be where we vibe, be with our people, be in the spaces that make us feel good, be where we can be our unique, beautiful self and feel accepted by those around us. Okay. Because when we love ourselves, we want to be surrounded by people who love themselves and who love who you are. Right. So that would be a match, a vibrational match. So this particular full moon is also asking you to start taking action. Okay. This isn't the kind of moon where we just reflect and go like, oh, okay, that's nice. We want to do something about it. That's why I've I've labeled this new moon Unleash Your Full Authenticity, because it is time for you to actually go for the things that feel more authentic to you. Go for the relationships that feel more authentic to you. Go for the art that feels more authentic to you. Make the stuff that feels more authentic to you. Take action. And those are the kind of things that we're going to reflect on today. And we're going to get some additional guidance from the tarot about what it really means to authentically express ourselves. What does that look like in practice? And also your role in the social collective. You might be wondering where you fit into the big picture. And then how do we deal with standing out among others, um, but still feeling together and dealing with social anxiety and dealing with, are people going to accept me for who I am when I stand in my authenticity? Those are all things that we're going to explore today. And you can go even deeper then with the journal prompts that were provided. And if you don't know where those are, you can find them on my Instagram page at awaken.creators. So, all right. So before we get into the tarot and into the journal prompts, I want us all to get centered into our heart spaces so that we can tune in and align our vibration to love, to presence, to being here now. So wherever you are, I want you to get even more comfy in that space. Maybe you adjust how you're sitting. Maybe you put your feet flat on the ground. Maybe you adjust your legs if you're cross-legged. Maybe you place your hands on your knees. Maybe you place your hands on your heart. Whatever feels right and good to your unique vibration. You can sense when things don't belong, right? It doesn't feel good for me to have my hands here. It feels good for me to have my hands down. Tune in. Use your sensitivity to tune into your vibration and what feels good to you. And wherever that is and wherever you are, we're going to take some nice deep breaths into our bellies and out through our mouths. So go ahead and inhale deeply into your belly. Take it all in and sigh it all out. Everything that this full moon's bringing up for you, let it all go right now. You can pick it all back up when we're done. Breathing in now again into the belly. Take a little more air this time and sigh it out. And letting it all go, dropping your shoulders down from your ears, relaxing your back. Inhale again into the belly. And release. Beautiful. So thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for being a part of this beautiful community. It is made so much more beautiful by your presence, by your contribution, by your victories, by your shortcomings, all parts of you that make you who you are, make this community what it is. And it is all beautiful and it is all perfect. You're exactly where you need to be, who you need to be, right as you are right now. So I want to offer you the opportunity to give yourself some gratitude for being here today, for showing up for yourself today, for showing up for your creative journey today, for centering with me, for seeking guidance with me, and walking this path with me. I love you so much. All right. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. So I'm going to call upon the highest, most balanced vibrational frequency of Aquarius that's illuminated at the time of this full moon. And ask that this archetype speak to us through the tarot today to help us understand its energy, help us make use of its energy, and to help us understand ourselves more, because that's really what astrology is all about, to help us know ourselves. By looking at the solar system, we come to understand our soul and its system, how it works. And that's what we're here to do today, highlighting the energy of Aquarius. So let's dive in. Hi, Meg. Welcome. Wings of Jules, I just want to acknowledge you. for showing up here today because it was hard. Sending you so much love, sister. You're doing the work. You're doing great. You just hang in there, okay? We're all here with you. You are not alone. I love you very much. So let's talk about authentic expression. What does it mean to be authentic? How will we know when we are being authentic? How can we stand in our authenticity on an even higher and greater level? Ooh. We got Page of Swords, an air sign card, right? For this air sign moon. Oh, and then we also have the Ace of Swords and a Page of Pentacles in reverse. So authenticity, there's a truth to it as shown by these two swords being present. Swords are all about a truth, okay? Now, just because, how do I want to word this? Basically, you get to decide what's your truth, okay? You can decide that the dialogue in your head that you're a shitty artist is the truth. You could choose that as your truth. You could decide that where you're at on your creative journey is not good enough yet, that you're not yet successful. And that could be your truth. You could choose that truth. So I feel like the Tarot is reminding us that, and we'll get into authentic expression, but it all begins with, well, what's your truth? Because you're going to naturally express. That's what we do. We are in a constant state of expression. But what are you expressing? What truth are you expressing? And is that truth really what your heart believes is true? Or is it what your a-hole ex thought was true of you? Is it what your parents think is true for you? Is it what society or television tells you is true for you? Is that your truth? Or are you going to start to pick up a new truth? So I feel like because we've got a page, which is a less mature energy, and I don't mean that in that we're not mature. I mean it as like a plant is growing. It's not fully ripened yet, this truth. Okay, we're still forming the truth about ourselves. We're still coming to understand who we are. We're tapping into the vibration. There's wind energy, air energy. When you go outside, you lick your finger to see which direction the wind is blowing, or you just feel a breeze on your face and you know. You're tuning in to the vibration of the wind. You're being asked to tune in to the vibration of your truth. Because if it doesn't make you feel good, if it makes you feel bad about yourself, if it makes you want to not live anymore, if it makes you want to not create anymore, if it makes you want to give up on your dreams that you know are your dreams, that is not a truth that's authentic to your soul. Because a truth that's authentic to your soul is going to feel supportive and loving and unconditional and expansive and open. Okay. Just like the images on these cards, right? Especially this one. This is the Ace of Swords. This is the truth that comes from spirit, and it is victorious. You'll often hear readers call this a victory card because it's crowned. It's a crowned truth, right? The Page of Swords is a little bit more of an earthly truth, and it's deserving of questioning, okay? Because that earthly truth may not be our soul's truth, God universe's truth for us, what our heart knows to be true for us. So you want to pay attention to that. And because we have the Page of Pentacles that came out in reverse with this, I feel that we are being shown how, and this is kind of how they came out. These two came together, and this one on its own. We're kind of being told that until we can grab this holy truth, is what I'm going to call it, right? Compared to the page, the ace is the holy truth. Until we can grab that most authentic, true expression of our soul, we'll have trouble manifesting with this reversed Page of Pentacles. We'll have trouble planting the seeds we need to create this truth in reality. So that might feel icky that, oh gosh, I'm not in alignment with my soul's truth, with my authentic expression, and therefore my projects and the desires that I want to fulfill while I'm here on this earth will have trouble birthing or being planted. But that's actually really good, right? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit, for saving me from planting seeds that are not in alignment with my truth. I would much rather wait a little bit more, get really aligned, which this full moon is trying to help you do with who you truly are so that you can plant seeds that honor that truth, that will stand the test of time because it'll always be true to your heart, to your soul. You'll be creating a life, creating art, creating relationships, creating environments for yourself that honor a holier truth of who you really are on a soul level as a artist, and thus plant the seeds of a life that you can feel really good about, that you can, like Aquarius is always searching for, feel like you belong in. Okay. So let's put our pentacle back in reverse to remind ourselves that authentic expression is asking us always to examine our truths. What do you really believe to be true about yourself, about what's possible for you? And is that truth aligned with a holier truth about who and what you really are? And is that what you believe now going to plant the seeds you really want? Or do you need to make some adjustments? Can you feel vibrationally that that truth you're holding on to is not in alignment with your soul's truth? Use that Aquarius vibrational sensitivity to decide if that truth feels like belonging or feels like, oh, because if that truth, again, makes you not want to live, makes you not want to create, makes you not want to pursue your dreams anymore, makes you want to give up, makes you want to be mad at yourself, makes you want to feel down on yourself, then it is not a truth that is aligned with your soul. It is not a holy truth. Okay. I think I've heard um, Amanda Francis. She's a YouTube, Instagram sensation that talks a lot about manifesting money, and she always says like lies from the devil, right? That's what that is. I don't usually like to use that terminology because I know it's heavy with the weight of religion, but those are lies because that's not what our heart really believes to be true. So if it's not what our heart really believes to be true, what our soul really believes to be true, well, then it must be something else. But even that energy, again, is there to help teach you, to grow, to learn, to become more of the truth. So, the first journaling prompt, if you want to explore your authentic expression more deeply, I'm going to point you to journal prompt number one. Okay. If you feel like this aspect of the Aquarius moon is what you need to focus on, go to journal prompt one, which asks that at this point on my creative journey, how am I being challenged? I just told you that that dissonance, right, feels like lies from the devil, but it's there to help teach you. That energy is trying to teach you, mm, right? If we can think of those two wavy lines, look at that. Two wavy lines in harmony, parallel, working great. When they start to cross, that's the universe saying, nope, nope, lies from the devil. That thought does not resonate with my soul's truth. Nope, you hiding your authenticity in that painting does not resonate with the soul's highest truth. You trying to please everybody and make the music that you feel like is popular rather than what you really want to make, not your soul's truth. Pay attention to that vibration. So, how are you being challenged right now to step even further into your most authentic creative expression? This point on your creative journey, how are you being challenged to step even further into your most authentic expression? And then remember, this moon is asking for action. So, whatever you decide, well, I'm being challenged because my bandmates really want to change the vibe of the music and it just doesn't resonate with me anymore. Okay. You're being challenged to stand in your authenticity, and maybe you don't belong with those bandmates, right? Maybe you belong with a new group or going solo or starting something else, right? You got to tune into those challenges. They're teaching you, they're trying to help you be your most authentic self. That's why I say creative blocks are not there for any negative reason, they're there to help you. All right, social collectives, your role in the big picture. I think this is going to tap into as well some comparison energy, right? Because gosh, oh my, there's so many people writing about XYZ that I want to write about, or there's so many people already creating the things that I want to kind of create. And like, how do I fit in to this social group? How do I fit in to this collective? These are questions we ask ourselves. And I'm thinking, I'm hoping, I'm knowing that Aquarius archetype has the answer. So we are going to tap into that. Standing in the social collective, finding our place in that space. What does that look like? How do we do that? How do we achieve that? How do we go there? How do we find our place in the social collective? What is our role? Aquarius, the great water bearer, teach us. Oh my God. Just as I said that, the star comes out. this is the Aquarius card. Look at that. Can't make it up, folks. There she is, the star. But you know what? I think she was reversed. So let's look at that. We got the King of Pentacles at the bottom of our deck. Again, if you want to grow it, it's got to be a seed that holds your most authentic vibration. Otherwise, what are you growing? I think this is a lot of why we see artists and say, for example, musicians in particular, I think can fall victim to this, where they don't know themselves very well. They don't know their own unique vibration very well, their own truth. So they go to LA and they start making music and they get picked up. And then they start being told, "No, you're gonna sing these songs. No, you're gonna sing these lyrics. No, we want the style of the music to change for the market right now, so we'd like you to do it this way." And that, that person, that creator who's not in alignment with who they really are starts to mold, and change themselves and become something that they're not in order to achieve their goal, right? They're like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I wanted to be famous, or I wanted to have an album, or I wanted to tour the country and make music. And I'm doing that, but it doesn't feel right. These songs aren't mine. I'm not singing from my heart's truth anymore. I'm just doing what people tell me to do. That is why it is so important that every awakened creator understand and know who they really are. Your most authentic expression. How can you become the star, right, of your own life story if you don't know who you are? And look at the figure on the star, completely nude. This is not just sensationalist. This is a metaphor. This is a message to be in your most authentic, vulnerable expression. The most truthiest truth of who you are in human form is your naked body, right? Can't get more truth than that. And Aquarius, through the star, is saying, if you really want to find your place in the social collective, you really want to find your role as a creator in the grand picture of things, you have got I want to say you've got to get naked, but I don't want people to take that literally. It's a metaphor, folks. Keep your clothes on. It's about stripping down to the most authentic version of yourself. Think about the music you love, the movies you love, the stories you love, the paintings you love. Aren't they created by artists who are completely raw and honest about who they are and what they've gone through and how they see the world? Even the art you don't like, that you're like, I don't like that painting. I don't know about that. Okay. Again, that's you tuning into your Aquarius vibration of like, that one doesn't resonate with me. However, I guarantee you it was probably created by somebody who was being so authentic. They were like, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna make this art. I don't care. People like it, don't like it. Got a reaction? Cool. You know? So there is an opportunity here for you to find your role through stripping down the layers, getting in touch with your most authentic version of self. And this too can involve, I'll just share with you vulnerably, since this is what I'm asking you all to do. One thing that I'm starting to practice now in an effort to strip down the layers of my soul and really get to know who I truly am and get to love who I truly am is mirror work. Staring myself dead in the eyes in the mirror and saying nice things instead of all the usual BS that my mind makes up, right? You are beautiful. I love you. You're amazing. Doing a great job. When was the last time you looked yourself in the mirror and actually said nice things to yourself out loud? I want to encourage you to find a practice, develop a practice that helps you strip down and get really real with who you are, because through doing that, through finding comfort in who you are, right, you can start to find where you belong vibrationally in your environment with certain art mediums, with certain people, bandmates, all that stuff. You've got to know who you are first, right? Oh, great example. Wings of Jules mentioned Bjork. She is so radically authentic. And I guarantee you, there are a lot of people who think she is bat shiz. Like, oh, I can't stand her, but you're right. She is authentically herself. Don't give an F. But she couldn't have gotten there if she didn't know who she was, right? If we're still so filled with other people's opinions of us, other people's perspectives of us, trying to be someone to please another, that's not really who we really are. And so we're not going to be able to stand in our authenticity until and if, at least not fully, right? Until and if we stand in the vulnerability of who we truly are. So if you want to find your role in the social collective, get really real with yourself. Really, really, really real with yourself about who you are. Find a practice that works for you. Like I said, I'm trying mirror work in order to develop comfortability with my own vibration, with who I am. And I see myself in the mirror to like who I see, what I see. Maybe you're a musician. Maybe you do mirror work as you play to get comfortable seeing yourself playing an instrument, right? Maybe you share your most rawest, most authentically soul bearing poem or story with someone as a way of saying, look, here I am. I'm going to get used to it. So you start getting used to it too. Okay. So Aquarius came out, yes, being present. Hmm. Right. Dream detective, I think that's a great point because um, I was feeling this as I was talking about how I'm doing this mirror work and I'm thinking about, okay, I'm saying these things into the mirror and I can feel the vibration of how it feels when I say something. Sometimes it feels goofy. And I think what's happening is that I'm feeling a disapproving vibration somewhere in my body of who I am. So it's like even in the vacuum of who you are inside your own body, there's dissonance. You are not all in alignment with who you are, even just with yourself. So learning to be present with who you really are is a great opportunity for you to learn how to sit with the discomfort, things you don't like about yourself, things you wish you could be better at, right? And learn to love yourself anyways, accept yourself as you are right now. You really sit in presence instead of try to hide. So if you are feeling that you're wanting to find out where your role is socially, I'm going to encourage you to focus on journal prompt 2 with this full moon, which is going to ask you, how does my creative authenticity benefit humanity, social groups, communities around me? How does my creative authenticity benefit humanity, social groups, or communities around me? I'm not asking you in this journal prompt, just to clarify, for you to figure out who you are in this journal prompt. What I'm asking is if you knew who you were through and through and loved yourself completely and stood in your authenticity 24/7 as a creative being, how would that help society? How does you being yourself help others around you, your community, your all of the collective humanity? Okay, you can think about it on a really big metaphysical vibrational scale. Maybe it impacts that, right? Because if I'm totally who I am, all of my energy is vibrating in harmony with my soul's truth, that's going to contribute to the collective harmony of the universe, thereby elevating things, helping others feel that, right? Maybe you want to keep it on the day-to-day level. Well, if I'm in my authenticity, my little brother will see me living my truth and be inspired to follow his dreams, right? So, how does you living in your creative authenticity benefit humanity, social groups, or the community around you, your family, your friends, the people that you spend time with? You being yourself around those people start to help them in some kind of way, and or free you from uh, faking it, right? And being around people and places and things that you don't vibe with. Growing seeds for plants you don't want. We've got to be careful what we make manifest. If you haven't noticed yet, the world's kind of going through an identity crisis, trying to find out who it really is. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. We're trying to all find out where we vibrate authentically, right? So by us each saying, I'm gonna go within. World's falling apart. Okay, I'm going to focus on me and I'm going to figure out who I am so that I know I have contributed to the society by being truest, most heart aligned version of myself I could be. And you'll find your place. You will find your place. Authenticity invites divinity. I love that. Yeah, and the star upright is absolutely receiving divine energy, and it's pouring it out onto the world as well. So you nourish the world. This is the last thing I'll say on this card. You nourish the world by standing in your authenticity. All right. So let's say you get all that, right? You want to be your most authentic self. Okay, great. But dang, when I think about going on stage and being my most authentic self, when I think about showing everyone those paintings I really want to make, spooky ones or the abstract ones or the ones that have darker themes or something. I don't know what you're into, but I'm just saying, like, the thing that you really want to create that does feel like authentic you, but you're afraid what other people will think about it. Ooh, dealing with that anxiety. How do I get comfortable with standing out while still feeling together, still feeling like part of something? 'Cause nobody really wants to be alone. We are such social beings. Like, we want to share, we want to love, we want to kumbaya. We like, our hearts want that togetherness, but we can often get a lot of messaging that throughout our lives that when you be yourself, you're alone. You stand alone, right? The black sheep of the family. How many of you have heard that or categorize yourself as that? I'm the black sheep of the family. Do you know what you're saying? You're literally saying, I don't fit in anywhere. I don't have a people. My whole herd has left me behind. I'm by myself. I'm alone. Okay. What I want you to maybe think about instead is that all the sheep, okay, all the sheep, or most of them, have dyed their fur or bleached it in this case, right? Because most sheep are white. Um, so let's say the real reality of you being a black sheep is that the white furred sheep have all bleached their fur. They just forgot they did it. They're not actually white sheep. They might be blue, purple, pink, rainbow, iridescent. uh, gray, they all felt uncomfortable with their color, so they bleached their fur to be white. But you didn't bleach your fur because you're an awakened creator and you knew, even though you weren't quite feeling your most authentic self, you knew, I can't. I'm a black sheep. I know my fur is black. That's who I am. I'm not gonna dye my fur. And you forgot too that they all dyed theirs. So by you just honoring the color of who you are, the truth of who you are, like true colors shining through. There's a little Cindy Lauper for you, right? Your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow. I couldn't quite get that last note, but you get the idea, right? So standing out. Hello, Secret Woodland. I know there's some people who came in. Art by A-Rod. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're tapping into this Aquarius full moon. And right now, we're asking ourselves, how do we stand alone but still together? Oh, social anxiety is a real thing. I get it. Oh, what do we got? 8 of Wands. Mm. Oh, yes. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. Yes, 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 yes. At first, I was like, how? I don't understand how this applies to what I just asked, Spirit, but okay. Go with it. Trust, right? I just said it. Go with it. This is the call for momentum, the call for you to start honoring your authentic truth and just watch what starts to happen. We have the Empress at the bottom of the deck, Master Manifestress. She is asking for us to please, please create the world that you want to live in. Please, please remember that you are a powerful manifester. Remember that you are not just a creative of creation things like art and music and dance and stuff. You are a creator of your own reality. You are the creator of your life. Don't forget that your power extends far beyond the paintbrush in your hand. It applies to your entire life. And remember that once you start taking that wand, right? I said that this full moon is not just going to ask you to reflect, it's going to ask you to take some action. Do something to stand in your authenticity tomorrow. Do it. Decide what it is. Say, yes, I am going to show that thing. I am going to change those clothes. I am going to tell my bandmates, screw it. I'm doing reggae. I don't care what you guys say. Like, do you, boo. And once you do that, the universe is saying you're going to start manifesting with this Empress. You're going to start, the energy is going to start backing you. How? Why? Vibration. Once again, are any of these wands crisscrossed? Are any of these wands going, eh? No, no. They are all in alignment. They are all moving in the same direction. They are all going and flowing like arrows. You didn't know this reading was going to come with sound effects, did you? You are going to feel the momentum, the wind in your sails. Why? 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 Because the heart of it all, the heart of you that's connected to the heart of the divine, that wants to express itself in physical form through your life, wants heart truth, life lived by the heart, full expression of authenticity. That's what it wants. Unconditional love for everything you are. And when you start honoring that through your actions, through how you talk to yourself, through the art you create, through the relationships you commit to, all of these things you are saying, I am going to choose based on how good it feels to honor myself, to honor who I truly am, to honor my most authentic expression. The universe says, yes, yes, that's what we want too. Yes, yes. Sending in support, sending in resources, sending in your new best friend, sending in that bandmate that you are just going to blow the roof off with, sending you those opportunities, sending you the vibrational match, the vibrational match of what you truly are. It has to. It can't fail. You being you will only surround you with more like vibrations that feel really good, really authentic. That is you standing in your Empress power. Whether you are male or female, doesn't matter. Gender does not apply here. It is energy. We are being asked to receive the seeds of our divine truth. Plant the seeds. Make sure they are ones that honor who you truly are. Truly, truly. Get real comfy with who that version of you is. That way you'll know when you're not in resonance with that truth of yourself. Get to know yourself. That's the only way that you can. And how do you get to know yourself? You make art, you create, you be who you are. You learn to love yourself no matter what. So if this momentum and response of the universe for you standing in your authentic power scares you a little bit, I want to challenge you to do journal prompt 3. Because journal prompt 3, while it feels like might be a negative reflection, is going to give you a clue. It asks, what is it about others' authentic expression that intimidates or triggers you? What about others' authentic expression intimidates or triggers you? Get to know your triggers. Get to know the people who you see online that you just roll your eyes or go like, oh, 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 I can't believe it just looks so easy. They just make it look so easy. Don't they know writing is hard? Don't they know music making is difficult? Ugh, they get 1,000 likes and I'm over here doing all this stuff. Pay attention to your triggers. Pay attention to who intimidates you. Pay attention to that. How is that? This is a two-part journal prompt. Once you've identified what it is about that other person and their vibration that is triggering you or intimidating you, I want you to reflect on, how does this reflect something unique about myself I'm still hiding? How does this reflect something unique about myself I am still hiding? Maybe it's that you want to shift and change your art style. Maybe it's that you want to be loved for your unique singing voice rather than trying to sing a certain way. Well, they, well, They get to sing with, like, a raspy voice and everybody likes it. Why can't I? I have a really unique singing voice, but you're over here trying to sing like an angel or whatever, and so you're mad at that person for getting to be their authentic self. How does that reflect something unique about you that you're hiding? You've been told all your life and rewarded all your life for realism in your art, and you go to a gallery, you see an abstract show, and you think, "Ugh, I could do this in my sleep. Look at what they've created. Doesn't look that hard." How does that trigger reflect something unique about yourself you are hiding? Hi, Gyro. Maybe you really want to make abstract art and you've been telling yourself you can't. You've been holding on to a truth that wasn't yours. That's not really a soul's truth. It's not this truth. Hmm. What about others' authentic expression intimidates or triggers you? And how does that reflect something unique about yourself that you might still be hiding? Hmm. Lots of good goodies in this full moon, people. Please give yourself grace, give yourself compassion, give yourself love always. You are growing. Growth is not always comfortable. If you think about a chick or a baby being born, right? It's because it's born because it doesn't fit anymore. It burst from the egg because it's gotten so big and so uncomfortable. There's now no more room to breathe. It has to burst free or it will suffocate, right? The baby in the womb, it gets so tight that it has to be expressed. It's too uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable. So if you're feeling the discomfort of your growth right now, please hug yourself, love yourself, let yourself take it easy today. Take some responsibilities off your plate for tomorrow's full moon. Recognize that growth is challenging. Remember that you are strong. Remember you are supported. Remember those journal prompts. Use them, go to them. Rewatch this video if you have to. Do whatever you need to remind yourself that this is a moment on your journey not to be missed. You are becoming who you are meant to be. And that is the most beautiful contribution you could possibly make to society is to stand in your power, to stand in your truth, and to show others how it's done. Give them the courage to gift themselves that same beautiful prize, the chance to just be who they really are and love themselves unconditionally. And I'm so proud of you for showing up. I'm so proud of you for sitting through this experience with me and feeling into it with me and being here with me. I want to leave you with the creative prompt. Those of you who maybe you're into the journaling, maybe you want to do some creative stuff, maybe not so much into journaling, but hey, yeah, I'll take an opportunity to paint or write a song. That sounds good. Creative prompt. There are 3 themes I want you to focus on. So use your preferred creative expression, whatever that is, however you love to express, to explore the themes of authenticity, freedom, which we didn't specifically address, but you can tell that by you being in your authenticity, it is freedom, quite literally. Um, Authenticity, freedom, and social collectives, like your role in the social collective. Maybe you feel yourself as this game changer, so you write a song called Game Changer or something. Whatever that you are inspired to do, to use this full moon in Aquarius energy. Hey, Jay Hoodie, use this moon energy to help you understand and digest further the themes of authenticity, freedom, and the social collective and your role in it. If you do create something, I would love to see it. So make sure you tag awaken.creators, or you can DM it to me if you're not ready to put yourself on blast on social, but you want to share. I love getting those little messages from you all about like, oh, I created this for the new moon. Thank you. Like, I love to see what you guys come up with. It's always so beautiful and inspiring to me. I just really want to say that to you all individually. Like, you may not realize it, but I am inspired by all of you. Inspire me. I'm very eclectic when it comes to the kind of art and music and things that I enjoy. Um, and I love seeing just what people are into. People who are passionate about what they're doing and they don't give a F if anyone else likes it because they do, like, that's all that matters to me. You could be drawing cupcakes or painting skulls. I don't care. But if I can tell that you are into it, you are digging it, that is who you really are, then I feel like I can sense that energy and I just love it. So thank you for sharing your authenticity with me. And I would say use me as practice too. If you're trying to build up your confidence and sharing on social and you want to just start by DMing me a picture of what you drew, I'm totally open to be that experience for you to start growing in your strength to stand on stage finally and share with a wider audience when you're ready. So yeah, be sure to tag Awaken Creators. In a couple weeks, we have a new moon in Leo. I would love for you to join me there. Oh, Jay Hoodie, I want to get some big canvases and start painting again. Yes, can we all just give some love and blessings to Jay Hoodie? Get those canvases, have those canvases brought to Jay Hoodie. Thank you. Yes, so they can start painting again. Getting all that expression out. Yes, 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 yes. I affirm that for you, my friend. That's a beautiful, beautiful manifestation. And what else do I want to say? There are a ton of resources and Awaken Creators. You've barely scratched the surface with these lunar updates. Go into the link in my bio or the description box of the YouTube video. That's where you're at. Check them out. A lot of them are free. Some of them are paid. All that money goes to support this community. And I hope that you find what you need, feel good about the purchase or feel good about the download. Whatever it is that you feel called to do, just check it out. And all of your likes and shares and saves and all of those things, I keep forgetting to thank you all for that. And even just showing up on a live, even if it's just for a few seconds, it really helps. It tells social media there's something going on here in this community. There's people who are excited. They're clicking, they're doing things. Let's send more people that way because we want to grow this family. I have really big dreams and plans for what this community can do and become in the future. And we can only do it if there's lots of us. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing and following and saving and all the little things. And absolutely, thank you so much for showing up to the lives. I used to do these to myself. There would be no one. So I am so, so thankful. There's people now. I mean, I'd have kept doing it anyways, but it's really nice to interact and be able to see your comments and things like that. So I've always wanted to feel like a family. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all. Have a beautiful Aquarius full moon tomorrow. Namaste. Thank you all. I love you so much. Bye for now.